It's the 1st of November, and the full moon and record high temps are going to make opening of rifle season quite a challenge. Jay and Crystal returned to the Nobles El Bar Ranch outside of Brady, Texas, in search of mature whitetail. The Nobles are longtime family friends and now one of the crew's favorite destinations, with not one but 2 ranches to hunt. This is one of the best for huge typical bucks. Family, friends, and the outdoors is what Nobles El Bar is all about.
Growing up ranching is a simple life. It taught me values crucial to carrying on our heritage. Living off the land and taking care of the animals on it was part of life. From the mountains in Montana, the deer stands in Texas, to the plains of Africa, I have been blessed to go on these great adventures. This is where we practice conservation. Hunting and fishing plays a major part in this effort. Being out here with my family, my friends, is what makes memories that will carry me through my lifetime. I'm just a simple blue-collar guy with a passion for the outdoors, and I want to bring that to you.
Well, we're back here at Nobles El Bar Ranch. We've been coming here for, I think, 3 years now, and this year, I'm lucky enough to get to hunt. I get to shoot a big buck, so I'm super stoked. Matthew sent me a brand new women's bow. It's called an Avail, and last year I was hunting with a Halon 6, and I loved it. I took it to Africa with me. It was just an awesome bow. So I was a little bit nervous about trying a new bow, but I just love it. It's performed perfectly for me, and I couldn't ask for a better bow. First of all, we picked the worst week to come. We have record highs coming in, 90 degrees. It's a full moon. We never do good with full moons. So it's gonna be a challenge, but we didn't know it was gonna be this hard. The first few sets, we set up in a nature blind, and it was so hot. Saw a few bucks, some stuff was moving. They'd either come out right at dark or early in the morning before it would get light. We saw a lot of bucks, a lot of different ones, a lot of young bucks. I was specifically looking for an older, more mature buck. So it made it a little tougher just trying to wait on the right buck.
On the other side of the ranch, Cade and his son, Cy, are after a good management buck.
Blue Collar Adventures is brought to you by
Glacier, simply the world's finest. Wicked Tree Gear. Tecumate.
Huskama Optics, Stealth Cameras, Fleer Hunting and Outdoors, Kuiu Ultralight Hunting.
You know, bow hunting, there's a lot of perseverance. There's good days, bad days, and there's a lot of days in between there that you got to sit and figure out what's going to happen.
I had to move the blind once because the sun was shining in the window, it was shining right on the camera, and they spooked and took off. The wind would switch all the time each day. It was either coming out of the northwest or the southwest. So right when they'd come in, we'd get all positioned and get ready for something good, and they'd smell us and blow. Jay got all of his little knickknacks out. He has these little patch things that smell like dirt, you know, those things in the branches. He had doe urine hanging around everywhere. He even put it on the ground to try to cover up our scent and maybe lure some bucks in. We did see a couple chase in. They're starting to get in the pre-rut, so he was hoping maybe the scent would bring him in. We saw this one buck. He was probably my favorite. He was the biggest of the ones that were coming in. So every day I was bound and determined that I was gonna get him, but he just would not present a shot. Super spooky. If he did come in and I could get a shot on him, Jay couldn't film him. If he could film him, I couldn't draw my bow back. I mean, it's so challenging with the camera. You have two chairs in there, and to draw back with the camera there and the tripod, it's just so challenging.
Part of being a good steward of the land is you've got to manage that population. You can't have too many deer. They don't know when to quit eating. They don't know when they're going to run out of food. So a big part of why we hunt is to fill our freezer and eat all winter. It's been a tough set. Here comes a good meat buck in, and Crystal is, you know, in front of the camera, and that's a whole different story. It makes you a little more nervous. But let's take this buck, let's put him in the freezer, and let's get this edge off so we're ready when the big buck shows up.
We needed the meat, so. It was really hard because where he came out from the blind, it was kind of to my left. I only had 2 holes to shoot out of. I had to kind of sky draw over here and then lift my broadhead up and put it through the hole. I need to take the pressure off. We've been hunting for 3 days, full moon, 90 degrees, not the best condition. So hopefully he's laying over here, I hope. I think that's it. Jay's so bummed. He's telling me how sorry he is. We don't know what happened. The chairs were kind of popping around, and just when we thought it was over, this little buck started coming back in from behind us that was with him. So we're just like, let's just calm down. Let's just get back into the zone. Maybe he'll come back. And sure enough, Jay says, there's your buck, there's your buck.
I am leaned back as far as I can to stay in the dark. Crystal's shooting the new MRT Spot Hog sight, which is a savior when you're in a dark blind. The colored rings are designed to help you see your peep, center your peep. And she also has a lighted sight, which is legal here in Texas.
We just froze. We didn't even want to breathe. He comes in. I kind of peek my head out to look through the hole, and he's going right where we need him to stop. I draw over here, lift my bow, spin, put my broadhead through the hole, and I just get my pin on him.
saw that arrow fly, perfect. You couldn't put it in a better spot.
Him running straight out, and he was acting kind of wobbly, and he went off to the left. I just knew in my gut that he had to be down right over there. And the wind's been back and forth. It's just been such a challenge. For some reason, somehow I got some kind of luck. He came back. My awesome avail, my brand new Tooth of the Arrow broadheads at Nobles L Bar Ranch.
He ended up going that way and then left.
But that was a buck standing right there, and he was looking straight at the ground like he was spooking on something. And I seen this other buck, the smaller one that was with him, and he was like looking all spooky at the ground, bobbing his head, and I knew that my buck was probably laying right there, so it was so exciting. We never look at the calendar, and we always hit the full moon dead on. Between that and 90 degrees, the acorns are falling off the trees. They're starting to pre-rut, chase the does around, so they really don't care about coming in. They're up all night. It's just been super tough. I knew by watching the video back that I made a good shot. I was just trying to remember my steps in my head and not be too excited. My heart was in my throat. I want to thank the Nobles family for letting us come out here and enjoy their beautiful ranch and see all their beautiful deer. I feel so blessed to be here. And thank you to Jay for letting me hunt this time and him be the camera guy. It's just been an awesome hunt. Really suspenseful, but that's hunting. It's just an awesome place to come with your family, bring your kids out, beautiful lodge, wonderful people. It's just such a blessing to be here and be out in the outdoors. Just a really pretty buck. He just presented a really good shot, and I thought I better take him. Just made a perfect shot. He didn't go far, and that's really what I want. When I'm hunting, I want to make a good, clean shot. And tonight, luckily, I was blessed enough to pull it off and not let my nerves take over. So I just feel so blessed.
She said, I want to find my arrow. So we just came out with Hunter, spotted the Lumenok, but that is a bloody arrow. Tooth of the Arrow, Matthews. She earned it. So we found it. We didn't have to look for it to find the deer because he piled up close. But what a hunt, what a hunt. It's been awesome. We have worked and worked and worked, and being a cameraman, I think there's more pressure, and that's what she does for me all the time. So I kind of know exactly what she goes through, just worry that your hunter is gonna have success because you work so hard to get these shows. And she made a perfect shot, and that's all we want to do on this show. Great ranch, Nobles L Bar down here in Brady, Texas. Another one for the books.
Blue Collar Adventures is brought to you by Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good. Vortex Optics, the force of optics.
Kate and Jade decided to go watch the flats for an old elusive buck. With a Vortex spotting scope, it doesn't take long to find one.
Excellent. Dude, that was awesome, dude. I love it, dude. That was cool. I'm ready to go get him. That was cool, man.
I'm ready to see this guy up close.
He's
This
cool.
is one of them that I've wanted to see up close and get my hands on.
He's beautiful, man. I can't believe it. He's just kind of a unique, straight up.
Oh,
I know he's big, big. I mean, what are the chances of catching him in the flat? Look at him. Daggum. Holy cow, dude. Oh, look at his drop time.
oh,
Gosh. Look at that stuff. Dang. Dude, that's one of the coolest bucks I've ever shot. And I've been hunting a long time, shot some cool bucks. He's freaking cool, man. Look at the mass on that dude. I got him with my long range. We have not seen this buck anywhere. Crystal and I sat 7 times at both stands. This buck has not been anywhere. It's just a blessing for me today. It's been tough, and then it just kind of came together. Everything just comes together sometimes. That's hunting. You just never know when it's going to work. Some days it's the first day. Some days it's the last day. And today was the last day, and blown away. Thanks, Cade, for letting us come out here to the Nobles El Bar Ranch in Avoca and have a buck of a lifetime. Buck, I just can't believe that I shot this buck at the Nobles El Bar. I wasn't expecting to shoot this big a buck.
Jay and Cade go way back. They used to rodeo together and rope, and so their stories, I get to hear all their old stories. Well, Cade had this little roping machine in there, and it got pretty competitive.
What? That was a reading record almost.
Blue Collar Adventures is brought to you by Carbon Express, Traeger Wood Pellet Grills, Cinnamon Creek Ranch Ultimate Archery, Newmont Mining Corporation, demonstrating leadership and safety and stewardship of the environment. Nature Blinds, the most realistic hunting blinds on the planet. Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products.
Cade was like, "Do you want to shoot a black buck?" And I couldn't resist. I've never got a black buck before. Jay's shot a few, and I love their meat. They're awesome to eat. So I was like, yeah, I will shoot black buck.
I land her my rifle, which, you know, I must really like her. So we take off and we try and find this buck. We start glassing, we spot him laying down. He's been running her so hard, they're taking a little break. And the wind's perfect to make a stalk on this buck, and we start stalking him.
They took off the wrong direction and went way over the hill, and I thought it was over. At one point, we could see him in the brush. We couldn't tell what was going on, but it looked like they were fighting. We waited and waited. We were running out of light. Like, it was getting dark, too dark for a camera.
Clock's ticking. We're set up. We know that he's in the brush. There's an open flat. If he comes out, this is our only chance to get him. He's gonna get closer to get ready to get on that. 250, 2.5. Good shot. Dang, thanks, Cade.
And he went down, and I was so excited. Awesome!
Congratulations.
Thank you, Cade.
Cade Nobles.
that's
I'm glad that our paths crossed 20 years ago in Midland.
I think we're having just as much fun now.
Oh, dude.
More.
He's so pretty. Look at his coloring.
So cool.
Just to come out here and get to hunt all these beautiful animals. This isn't the biggest buck out here, but I just liked his uniqueness and how beautiful he was. And I'm just so excited, and I feel so blessed to be here. And so grateful to the Nobles family for allowing me to come out here and hunt. And Jay, he got an awesome buck this morning. I got him, and it was super exciting. It's awesome to be out here. We were watching all these white-tailed bucks. They're all starting to rut. It's a cold front's coming in tonight. It's been 90s all week, so it's really starting to get good, and it's just been such an awesome trip. Just stoked, so excited.
It's just one of those places you want to come. You want to bring your family, you want to bring your friends. They make it comfortable for whatever you want to do. And if you want to hunt big, giant, typical whitetail in Texas, this is the place.